Hey girl, welcome to the Grown Women Banter podcast. I'm your host, Tashia Wilson. We're going to talk about all the stuff you wish someone told you about getting older. It's the What to Expect When You Expect to Get Older podcast. This is a safe place. This is not for children. I highly recommend that you get some water or a sip of little something, and let's get to it. Welcome to the Grown Women Banter podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the Grown Women Banter podcast. What's up? I'm your host, Tashia Wilson. I'll be giving you all the things that you wish somebody had told you about getting older. Right now, I'm in my 40s and I'm going through a lot of things where I'm like, oh, how come nobody told me that I might get a gray eyebrow? Like, what the fuck? So yeah. This pandemic has given me a lot of time to think, a lot of time to talk to my friends, my coworkers, my neighbors, my family, and everybody's from a diverse background, right? And it's like, well, as women, regardless of where you come from, whatever your sexual orientation, your religion, whatever, we all go through the same shit. Like, guess what? You're going to wake up and your knee's going to hurt. That's some bullshit. You didn't do anything. And people are like, oh my God, why are you limping? You're limping because you're in your 40s. That's why I'm limping. Why's your back hurt? Because I just turned 52 and my shit hurts because that's what happens. So yeah, I'm going to just give you a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Tashia. I've been married for, oh my God, almost 17 years. I have 2 kids, 9 and 12. I got 2 little fur babies named Kevin and Rose. Don't judge me. Oh, speaking of judgment, this is a non-judgment podcast. It's explicit and it's a safe place. So you're going to hear all kinds of shit and you're going to be okay with it because guess what? We're all women, we're all sisters. And I legit believe that sharing is caring. I am a federal government employee. I'm a PTA mom, former PTA president. I love my Peloton. I love Pilates. I also am an inspiring vegan, not because I hate meat. It's just that meat and cheese hate me. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need you. I live in the burbs. Like, this is like almost life kind of feels a little bit like Groundhog Day sometimes. I went from like hardcore working out to, yeah, let's just walk around the lake. Like my dates with my homegirls have been, let's just walk. Let's walk and talk and we will have group therapy and it's going to be okay. So in this podcast, what you can expect to hear is stories, interviews, girlfriend chats from all kinds of people, right? This podcast is geared toward women over 35. But honestly, anyone can listen because a lot of things that I wish I knew in my 30s, I quietly wish I knew in my 20s. For my 30th birthday, all of a sudden, I got like all this hair. Like God was like, happy birthday. Here's your new hair that you've been waiting for. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks, God. Not cool, but okay. And like, we'll talk about whatever, vaginal dryness, masturbation. One of my friends told me that she thought that marriage was going to be 50 Shades of Grey every night. Yeah, girl, that's not true. We're going to talk about the words geriatric pregnancy. We're going to talk about dating in your 40s, dating after divorce. People asking you, why are you single? Why you don't have no kids? Mind your fucking business. Yeah, so it's gonna get real. I'm going to try to keep my realness to, I'm just going to try to keep my curses down just a little bit. But some of these things make me so mad that people will literally look you in the face and say, why don't you have kids? Excuse you. Why are you in my hymen? Get on up out of there. So yeah, like I was saying, I'll have guests from all cultures, from African-American, Afro-Latina, Indian, Pakistani, white, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, like you name it. It is the Benetton of women podcast. Cisgender women, like, hey girl, you might get a gray pube. I'm sorry. Just a heads up. These things might happen. And the reason why I started this podcast is because I've had, like I was saying earlier, I've had so much time to think and just like experience stuff and experience like death with COVID and like families losing jobs. And I was like, you know what? Regardless of what somebody looks like or where they come from, we all dealt with it. We all had to deal with, do I work from home? If I go to work, do I need to work? what does this mean for me? So I honestly just wanted to create a community for women who may or may not have a group of friends that they can talk to and just be like, is this normal? Because I don't know about y'all, but I didn't grow up in a family where it was like, hey, so here's how you please your husband. Hey, if you eat this pineapple, your vagina might taste amazing. No one told me those things. So I'm going to give it to you with my friends, my people, and we're just going to give it to you raw. We're going to explore like colorism and different communities, from the Asian community, the Latino community, the light skin, dark skin, the whole gamut, right? I'm not going to get into politics because there are plenty of podcasts to talk about politics. I just want to create a community of women where you can just be yourself. You want to shoot me an email. You want to whatever. You're like, oh, hey, you know what? Can you talk about this with somebody? Yes, let's do it. We're going to talk about finding family on ancestry.com. Yeah, that happens. And you're like, oh, wait, dad cheated? Yeah, he did. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're not alone. So that's why you should listen, because if you need a moment to just be like, okay, I'm having this experience and who can like feel me on this? We got you. This is a no judgment zone, explicit, raw, give it to you. Let's just do it. So I would like you to go to www.grownwomenbanter.com. I have a blog up. You can get the episodes for the podcast. The podcast will be on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, SoundCloud, all the places you can get your podcast, right? Like that's my goal. So subscribe so you can be the first person to know when a new episode drops. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this experience with you. Welcome to the Grown Women Banter podcast. See you soon. Thank you guys for joining me this week on the Grown Women Banter podcast. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I hope you learned something. I hope you feel validated as a woman. I hope you're like, oh my God, I was feeling the same way. I'm glad someone else said it, because that's what these podcasts are for. In the end, it's all about the same difference and how as women, we're all the same. If you'd like, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Grown Women Banter, and also the website, grownwomenbanter.com. Feel free to subscribe so you never miss an episode. If you have a topic you'd like to address, just shoot me an email at tashia@grownwomenbanter.com. Until the next time, thanks for joining us.